We're coming back. The Bistro is back.
That's right. So this has been kind of
We've missed it.
a growing thing.
Yeah.
Where there was so many obstacles in the way for us to create this content for you. And we were putting a lot of stress on ourselves that was making it no longer fun.
Yeah, and that was the biggest thing.
We started dreading film days, and that wasn't the energy we wanted to have on this show.
Because here's the thing, like cooking is one thing. I love cooking. I cook every day, usually 2 meals a day, almost every day. And once you start making it where now you have to show your work, it makes it a lot harder. The pressure's on. If you mess something up, now you got to do it again. I hate wasting food. So that was always a stressor, and it rarely happened, but it did enough. I want to thank every one of you that supported us, because a lot of people reached out, and that's part of why we decided to come back.
Yeah.
Is a lot of people put more emphasis on the trolls than was probably needed. Trolls happen. You know what I mean? We're plant-based. People are going to hate on that just
We're
because
on
they don't
YouTube.
understand. Yeah, we're on YouTube. This is not the only channel we have. So for us, this was a business decision as well. We wanted to come back and have something that was productive, that was less friction for us to make. But the trolls, the commenters, not really that big of a deal, because you know what? There's the block button.
Yep.
You want to be a jerk? We're going to block you. Everybody else, we love you. I mean, you guys have been amazing. I did not think we had that much of a community on this channel, as I found out recently that we have.
So thank you.
Yeah.
We're back because of you.
Yeah. It's kind of heartwarming, makes you feel good about it, makes us feel like, wow, we really did make a bit of a difference. And that's all we ever really wanted to do.
Yep.
We did miss the channel. I mean, I always was like, oh, nope, we're better off not doing it. We're better off. No. But
it was always in the back of our heads. It was like, oh man,
But I miss making food and showing it and stuff, you know? So yeah, we're back. But there's going to be a couple of changes to help alleviate the friction of making content. But let's talk about what we're going to do moving forward.
All right, so we're making some ground rules, mostly for us to keep us in the right frame. So first of all, it's going to be recipes, basically only recipes. Very occasionally, we
do some
might
talks.
have a heart-to-heart here in this location, but in general, we're going to focus on recipes.
Yeah, because we are not health experts. We are not medical practitioners, and I don't want to be taken as that. So if it's like an ingredient or something to talk about, that's cool. But beyond that, we're probably going to be focusing on recipes and cooking and making stuff.
Right. So with that in mind, of course, it's all going to be 100% plant-based.
Yes.
So we're not going to be using any animal products or any animal byproducts in our recipes. It's all just going to be plants.
Right. It's also going to be low fat, because that's a decision we have made to continue with a low fat lifestyle. It's, from what I've seen, better for my diabetes type 2 management. So that's what we're going to go with. And we're going to stick to that, because that's how we actually eat.
Yep.
In other words, I don't want to make something that we wouldn't eat to show on the channel.
Right.
I think that's disingenuous. And what's the point? If it's something we wouldn't eat, why would I make it? Okay, so we're not going to follow algorithms. We're not going to be going after trends or any of that other crap. We're going to make stuff
We're making
that
real
we like.
food that we actually make and eat.
And that's the other thing. It's going to be mostly whole food, okay? By that, I mean, we're going to be making a lot of seitan or seitan, however you like to say it. I say seitan because that's just how I learned to say it. We're going to be using TVP. We're going to be using soy curls. We're going to be using a lot of beans.
A lot of beans.
A lot of nutritional yeast. We're going to be using other stuff. I mean, some
lentils,
of it, tofu. I've rediscovered tofu recently. I got some ideas. So that's kind of the stuff we're going to be making. And I think complete meals is another thing to look at. Like, not just here's the main dish. What about the sides that go with it? Because that's something that we've really been pushing in our own diets. Our diets have adjusted since we stopped making content for the channel, and it's got simpler and more complex at the same time. There's days that are just super easy, just a put together bowl, and there's other days that are more formal style recipes. And I think showing that might be a good way to go. Like, a lot of people do the what I eat in a day. Well, I'm going to tell you right now, half the time when they do that, it's not really what they eat. Come on, nobody does that every day. I cook twice a day, and I don't do half the stuff that I see these people do.
We're also going to try to post more frequently.
Yeah.
And I don't mean have videos released more frequently.
The community tab.
In the community tab,
Yeah.
we can share information. We can have a picture. We can talk about some great find that we found
Yeah.
and share that information with you so that way we can continue the dialogue in between the videos.
And we are going to continue responding to comments. I turned comments back on channel wide just recently. Some of you have noticed. So feel free to ask questions, whatever. We are not removing older videos.
Nope.
That's important. Even though it's not necessarily everything that we're going to do now, we're not removing older videos because a lot of people still want those. And every time I take one down, it never fails.
Yeah.
As soon as I take it down, a week later, somebody's like, what happened? So we're just going to leave them all. If there's other videos that might be close to the way we do things that I've made private over the years, maybe I'll put some of those back too. I don't know. We're going to work on a new format.
Right. And this comes back to the part where we were talking about
Friction.
the stress and the friction of creating the videos. So we are going to be
Can we talk
utilizing...
about what we used to do first?
Sure.
We had our kitchen, right? And in that kitchen, it's an echo chamber. The ceilings are big, tall. The room was large. So everything echoed. I had so much work to do to make the audio work that we were using the little microphones. Like you see here, the microphone's up here. It's not even connected to us. We had so much effort to make the audio good because audio is super important. If you can't understand us or we're very echoey, it just sounds bad and look good. Then we had, it's like a gray cupboards and things like that. So I had to brighten that up a lot with lights. We had brought in 2 lights on big heavy C-stands, set up a camera, had a roving camera, all this stuff. And it was so like finicky to set up. Every little piece was just a pain.
Right.
So it was like an hour to an hour and a half of setup.
And our camera had to be positioned in a certain place, and it was way far away from us. So
I needed an extra monitor to run over there, and the remotes didn't always work right, and the cables would come loose, and all kinds of things were happening. We had so many logistical problems.
Right. And that just compounded the stress
Exactly.
of trying to prepare a meal appropriate for the channel.
Never mind the fact that it took an hour and a half to set up every time,
yeah.
and then like half an hour to 45 minutes to break down. So right there's 2 to 2.5 hours of the day gone, and an hour and a half of finicky, stressful setup. This, make sure that's just right. Worrying about it the whole time we're recording, and in between, and if things took 2 hours, did something get bumped? And
I understand that's our problem. That's not your problem. But it created this disconnect between our joy of preparing a meal and sharing it with you and the actual process that happened in order to record that.
I actually remember the day that we decided to stop. We had been talking about it. And there was one day, I don't remember what we were making, but it was like in the middle of making something, it didn't go right. It got burned or something.
Yeah. And we're just like, we're done.
But that same day, we had all kinds of mechanical failure problems with things. And I was just like, that's it. I'm done. I don't need to do this anymore. And that's when we stopped. So we're going to do things a lot different.
Right.
I've learned quite a bit since then, too.
So we have this space, which is our professional YouTube studio. It's set up. It doesn't move. It doesn't change.
10 minutes.
We push a button and we're good to go.
Well, we got to put the backdrop up.
Yeah.
Because that's not real. That's a backdrop, if you didn't know. We got to put that up and then put a card in, turn things on, and we're good to go.
Right. So our intros and our outros are probably going to be in this space where we can talk to you. You can see our smiling faces. We could be tasting the food, giving you our impression of it.
And actually, all the audio is going to come from here.
Right.
So we're going to record like what they call voiceover during the actual cooking.
So talking about the process of what we're doing, the measurements of the ingredients, that sort of thing.
It's probably more information than you really need. But you know what? We're givers.
Yeah,
we want to share.
That's what we do.
And I feel that gives us the best audio quality and, visual change in the video so you can see everything. And then
when it comes to the action of actual preparing the meal, we'll be back in our old kitchen. So you'll see it just as it was, but it's going to be more focused and tight
on the food. That's the key. It's all about the food.
Right. And we're going to try to do it from the perspective of the person preparing the meal. So that way it'd be easier for you to know, as you're working along with us, what you're looking at and what you're trying to replicate.
We're also looking, I'd like a little input on this. We're looking, do we want to be more concise, meaning like 5 to 8 minute videos, or do you want a little bit more detail, more instruction, and be more like 15-minute videos? Because we tend to be verbose. I don't know if you noticed. We talk a lot. We like to talk. Me, probably more than her. But if you want that, I'm happy to provide that. If you want something that's a little bit more concise, we're happy to provide that. We're not going to do both. I know because a few people do that. They make like a really short version and then they make a long version. We are going to list out ingredients.
Yep.
In all the descriptions of every video, just like we've been doing.
Yep.
We're not going to do the full printed method, how to do this, and the 15,000 word story of my aunt's uncle's cousins, why we made this recipe. We're not doing that.
We're a YouTube channel. We intend to provide our education through video format.
We are not bringing the website back because that's gone. We took that down because it wasn't really serving any useful purpose for us. And that's just another thing that ended up being like, another thing we have to manage, another thing to take care of. So we're trying to keep it really light and really simple, provide you with good quality content that's fun, entertaining, and super tasty. What? I like making tasty stuff.
You make very tasty stuff.
I'm glad you think so. Do you have anything else to say here?
I think that covers our reboot.
This is the Welcome Back Cotter episode. Welcome back, Cotter.
If you have any input on what you'd like to see happen here in our new space, please let us know.
And as always, guys, thanks so much for watching. We'll see you next time on The Bistro.